Hello, good evening to everyone. I hope everything is fine. Today is day 6 of the semester 2 Become lecture series. I hope the previous 5 days of series have been beneficial to all of the students. Today, our resource person, Mr. Dipankar Mondal sir, taught a class on material costing under Cost and Management Accounting 1. Over to you, sir.
Very good evening to all of you. Myself, Dipankar sir. Right now, I'm teaching in Maharani Khacheshwari College. I'll be taking today a session on CMA 1, Cost and Management Accounting 1. Under that, we have a topic today is material costing. So, I would like to present a PowerPoint presentation. Through that, I'll be trying to cover maximum of the portion of the material costing topic. I was actually making the PPT. So topic is, as I said already, all of you, cost and management accounting one. Today I'll try to maximum provide the entire knowledge of the material costing, though the material costing topic is very vast. If I talk about in the length and breadth across the chapters, particular chapter material costing is very vast topic. So I will try to focus those areas which is very much essential for a student to appear in BCom examination, and I'll try to uh, I try to see the conceptual part so that the students can get immense help from this particular session. So myself, Dipankar Mondal, once again, Faculty of Department of Commerce, Morani Kasheshwari College. Also, I take classes in Bhawanipur Education Society College as a visiting faculty. First of all, material control. As far our syllabus is concerned, it starts with material control. But I would like to say something about introduction. What is in introduction? Material is a very important element of cost. And as we know, cost accounting envisages the basic definition, which is different from financial accounting. Cost accounting talks about the area which is not captured by the financial accounting. Basically, cost accounting is focusing on ascertainment of cost and control of cost. If the requirement of cost accounting was arise based on these two parts. So first thing I must say, cost of any product or services, the determination part is very important, and there we come with the element of cost. Cost is basically classified into three parts. First, material cost. Second, labor cost. And third, overhead cost. Or we can say indirect part. So, material, labor, overhead. All the direct portion we consider as prime cost. Indirect portions are clubbed together and we show under overhead uh, cost. And labor is the uh, payment to the efforts exerted by the human being and machine. Both comes under labor. So today I am not talking about overhead and labor. I come straight away to the first portion, that is the material cost. Sir, hello coordinator sir. Am I clear from my voice and my presentation? Hello?
Yes.
Very clear, audible, right? Okay.
Okay.
So material cost, when it comes, we know material is what? Direct materials, indirect materials. Direct materials, the portion of the particular materials or components of a product which can be identified when the finished goods is there. But indirect materials, indirect materials which cannot be identified. If I talk about a furniture, screws, favicols, these are used to make a furniture, but that is not visible from the product directly. So that is consumed portion of the cost is indirect cost, indirect material cost rather. And the portion of the component which is very much visible in the product, we talk about it direct materials. Now the first I'll start with, though it is slide is talking about material costing, but components are basically direct, indirect. And if I talk about for a manufacturing concern, because everything I'm not possible to show today, that's why I'm speaking orally without any presentation. This is coming as introduction. Material, if you break up as per manufacturing concern, it comes various types. First is raw material. Raw material is the portion of cost, portion of material which is purchased by the manufacturing firm to produce something. Like if I talk about for a restaurant business, the basic logic for a student restaurant business, if I talk about vegetables, raw meats, raw potatoes, raw all the ingredients. These are the raw materials for a restaurant business. If I talk about what is the next portion, next comes work in progress, or we can send working. Some people are semi-finished goods. Like if I talk about a restaurant business, is very much easy for understanding. The boiled food. Boiled food means boiled potato, boiled vegetables. They are not in a raw material raw form, but they are not also in the finished goods like a presentable dish. But they are somewhere in the finished goods and in the raw material stage, in the mid of the stew. We talk about work in progress, and the last portion is finished goods. That is the last stage of production, when finished goods means when the raw work in progress is further processed to get the finished product. What is the main purpose of the production, that is the output, is called finished product. So basically this is the introduction of material, I must say. I come straight away to material control. Why control? Control is the biggest area of cost accounting. If I get it from the definition, control, without control, the waste will be high, the cost of production will be high. So very significant discussion on control should be there. The objective of costing can be only fulfilled if the element of cost can be properly controlled. I must say element means all these. Materials being the most significant element of cost, control of material cost can be executed by exercising control on purchase of material, stores functions. These two are the basic things. As a student of graduation level, we should very much know, we should be very much aware of these two. Purchase of material. What is purchase? Purchase, basically we know in general we do goods purchase. Goods. What is goods? Goods is the item which we deal in the business. Goods is the item which can be production. For a trader, goods cannot be raw material. That for a trader, like if I talk about Great Eastern, Great Eastern is a trading business. For them, goods is the finished product. They buy from Philips, they buy from Sony, they buy from all the production companies. Now, purchase of material, here it can be finished goods, it can be raw materials. Today, as for a manufacturing concern, we will be focusing on raw material. It cannot be finished goods because we are assuming that we do a sum on a manufacturing concern. So purchase of material means it is raw material. Store functions. Store functions means, as we all know, stores. Store means where the purchased item are kept for future supply, for future maintenance, for verification, for many purposes. We will discuss later on in the particular session. So these two areas we should be very much clear as a student of grad level. Okay, what is purchase of material and how can we use the store as a function of material control? Like I have written in bracket receipts. So material receipts means I will inquire about the suppliers, I will get the quotations, I will give the final order, I will get the all these delivery, and then the receiving is coming. Then holding, it means maintaining, stocking, storing, and then finally we should issue the raw materials for different production centers, okay, for production of the goods. So moving on to the next slide. Control of purchase of material, as I already discussed. Control, who should be the head of the this purchase department? See, basically if I talk about a small business, Small business, they don't have all this scaling, they don't have different department for purchase, but they also purchase, they maintain their, it is difficult, it is very easy for a small business to maintain their materials, but it becomes very challenging if the organization becomes a large scale organization. That is why there is a separate department we get as purchase department. So the chief of the purchase department is responsible for all the purchases. Purchase means raw materials. Success of any organization depends upon the efficiency of the purchase department. Efficiency means, what is the meaning of efficiency, students? Efficiency talks about your uh, ordering skills, your pricing skills, your suppliers understanding, tendering, quoting, and maintaining the stocks. So efficiency here talking mainly about how can you maintain your stock so so logically, so judiciously you can use for production. That is the scale of efficiency for a production department chief. Particularly when the market is competitive, it means pricing should be very very much logical. You cannot get here and there suddenly without tendering, without any market knowledge, you cannot go for pricing. So that should be very much alarming area. Following is the specification of the job of purchase manager. So we should know very well, if I want to be a purchase manager, a store manager, what should be my qualifications, or what should be my area to work, where I should look very sincerely. These are the areas I've made a bullet points, starting with preparing purchase budget. There should be a clear cut budget. Okay, this is my anticipated production, this is my anticipation demand. Demand, based on demand we produced, based on production we purchase. That's the story. So everything depends on your forecasting of sales. From there you get sales budget, therefrom you get your production budget, therefrom you get your purchase budget. So purchase budget is the depending is very much depending on the production budget. Production budget is also depending on the, you know, your production budget. Okay, production is purchase budget is production on the, you know, sales budget, you're forecasting demand in the market. So that budget is very very significant portion where you should know exactly how much quantity, for what kind of goods you need to buy, how much a particular of that product. Fixing the grades of the material. Grading means, as we know, standardization. There are different kinds of product to be produced. Okay, low price, high price, so normal price. Okay, so they, based on that, grading of the material is very much clear, should be clear to a purchase manager. Preparing a list of approved suppliers. List of approved means there must be a clear cut supplier, that they will be my future supplier. It is not a one day deal. It has to be a long run discussion, long run understanding, long run cooperation. That is why there must be a clear cut understanding about from whom I am going to buy my products. That is why it is, there should be a clear cut list of standard supplier. On the long run basis, that a agreed price. Yes, when I should deal with a single supplier or a group of such selected group of supplier, I will always get a bargaining power, right? I will be always looking after the scale of economies. So scale of economies should be looked after while grading the pricing. Receiving purchase requisition. Purchase requisition is a formal document. Purchase requisition, without purchase requisition, being a purchase department head, you should not authorize for any purchase. So purchase requisition is a very much important document which we'll talk later on. Calling tenders. We have to take different tenders. Tenders means like a quotation, like a price quotation from different available suppliers, and based on the available quotations and based on the quality of the order, we have to decide what should be our economical price based on the available quotation. That is the calling tenders. Selecting supplier based on the pricing which is bidded by the different suppliers, the most economical, and seeing the long run survival, we have to finalize the supplier. Moving to the next point, placing formal orders. There must be a formal order placed from the purchase department. Making follow-up process means, follow-up means once you are giving an order, you cannot think that the goods will be delivered on time. You have to you have to persuade with them, you have to be with them, you have to see how the process is done. You should have a connection with the suppliers to know the day-to-day status. Moving to next, checking the materials received. After the follow-up, once the delivery is done, you must check it. You must check it because there is a discrepancy, I must say. What is invoiced and what is delivered, there must be some discrepancies, some kind of manipulations. So the reconciliation is to be done. How the reconciliation is to be done? Physical verification at the time of receiving the particular, you know, uh, delivery of the goods, the raw materials. Checking the material received as per the store's keeper's note. So store's keeper is the person in charge of the store. He has to make a note formally to the purchase department head. So the head should go through in respect of quantity and quality order, whether the quality what we looked for is supplied, whether the quantity what we wanted are delivered. That should be checked in. After proper arrangement of return of materials. Return of material means it might happen what we order and what we deliver. There must be some discrepancy, as I said already. There must be some goods which is not up to the mark. We should return it back to the supplier. So all these adjustments, all these arrangements should be very clear, and then only you can go for invoicing. Invoicing is the final billing. Being a purchase department head, it is the responsibility of the person to make a final invoicing or billing and sending the same bill with advice to accounts department for payment. This is the basic responsibility. Moving to the next slide, centralized, decentralized purchase. What is this? Students, centralized and decentralized. We always come across with this term centralization. Centralization means buying the raw materials at a particular point for all the production center. Or decentralization means I have a different purchase points. Right. You can see this slide where there is a one purchase department for all kind of production centers. That is central. Where there is every single purchase department for every production center. Now, whether centralization is important or decentralization is important, there I need to uh, talk and discuss with several factors that can influence my purchasing decision, whether it should be centralized purchase or whether it should be decentralized purchase. Factors I have written here, few factors which are very influential. Distance between production center and the central godown. If I see the raw materials are supplied from the very far distant places, and to carry the raw material from that distant place to my central godown, my carrying cost is going up, then it should be a wise decision not to go for centralization but to go for decentralization, because I should always be economical to my cost element. As I said, control of cost. That's why decentralization is important. Sometimes centralization is required, but decentralization may be accepted based on my cost factor and and the nature of materials. You very significant. Nature of material means whether my products going are my raw materials. Like if I talk about an example, very systematic example, Amul. We all know Amul is a dairy product. Amul is a particular company. Their product is based on dairies, milk, and milk is not a durable item. We all know. Very simple. Milk is very much perishable. Like that, if I think that all the milks to be collected from the milk samiti, milk cooperative houses from the rural part, and I will collect in a single place, and then I'll send for final production, pasteurization. That will be a wrong decision. So what should I do? I should decentralize. As per the village, as per the blocks, there should be collection house, and they should process and they should finally send the goods to a central processing. So collection should be decentralized. So that is why bulky, heavy, fragile. Bulky goods, if the goods are very much heavy in weights, bulky means huge, huge. Heavy means weight. Fragile means it can be broken so easily. So, like that, perishable goods, durable goods, these are all the nature. The cost and risk of transport. Cost is there, risk is there of the transport, because I know, we all know, there is a risk in transit. That's why these things are to be discussed, are to be understood, and most importantly, comparative advantage and disadvantage of the two system. So based on this, the purchase decision should be taken care of. Moving to next slide, constituents of material cost. We should know very clearly what are the ingredients, what are the components are there, what are the parts which make my material cost, my billing. That's why I have given a clear cut understanding on this. When materials are purchased, we do not pay only for the materials price only. We should pay a lot of expenses. Yes, provided the buyer should borne up. The buyer should borne this expense. Then this portion comes right from invoice price. That is the prime price of the material. That is the absolute price. That is called invoice price. Yes, subject to trade discount. Yes, trade discount is a discount which we know it is a customary practice. Every businessman give to other businessman so that they have a profit margin basically. So that is why trade discount is deducted from the actual price of the printed price. We should say it is the price material calculated the agreed subject to deduction trade discount. Next comes GST. GST is a very much relevant portion nowadays, which is also to be considered while evaluating the cost of material. GST paid must be a very integral part of cost, material cost. Coming to next, freight. Freight is the transportation expense. When you know, when we transport through railway, we should pay freight. Then comes insurance, traveling insurance, that are also to be covered if it is borne by the buyer. Next, moving to packaging cost. Packaging is basically a marketing steps where it is giving the protection to the product. It can safeguard the product from the different pilferage, different uh, damages. So sometimes these packing charges also are included. Materials are delivered in returnable package. Most importantly, packages are given to you, like if I say containers are given to you. Now the containers has a value. Like we very well know, okay, when we take cold drinks, glass bottle cold drinks, the price is around 13 rupees. But if I take away the cold drinks bottle along with me, glass bottle, I talk about like 200 grams of bottle cold drinks, then I have to pay the price of the bottle. But if I give the bottle back, then I am not supposed to pay any price for the bottle. That bottle is absolutely your packaging cost. So if you return your packages to your suppliers back within a stipulated time, then there should be uh, charges. You'll get back some price. Is the price will be refunded back to you, provided you return them within the specified time and conditions. So read the point. When materials are delivered in returnable packages which are charged, these are initially charged, and credit is given to the buyer at a lower rate of return. If you return it back, obviously some packages will be damaged while transporting, but that is why the it is a low return is given. Cash discount, there is a debatable area. Cash discount right now we are not considering, but if it is given, we should know what is it. Cash discount is a discount which is given by the businessman to other businessman to realize the funds. As simple as this. The mainly the business world deals on credit transactions. So as there is a credit transaction, money is blocked. So this discount is simply stimulating the party to pay the money faster. So that is the option. This is a kind of tool which is used to realize the funds faster from the parties. But this discount right now we are not considering in our cost, material cost value. So I will like to show you a sum so that you understand. Here I've cited a question. KBSSA, our organization, and arbitrary name I'm using here, sent a purchase order to Kaku Limited. It's an organization. Again, the term are as follows. So KBSS is the buyer, Kaku is the seller. Quantity to be supplied. KBSS is giving this order, for formal order to Kaku, that you have to supply me 5,000 units of notepad. It's a kind of paper pad where we people use for taking our notes, and at the rate 10 per notepad. So 5,000 units of notepad, each value is rupees 10. Next is trade discount 20%. As I said, it's a customary practice for every business to provide the scope to other businessmen to get some margin of it. Trade discount is 20%. That will be calculated on this agreed value. Next comes cash discount 5%. Term is 15 days. It means if the payment is coming to me within 15 days from the particular transaction day, then I'll be giving 5% extra discount to you. That is the next term is coming. GST is 15% on the net value which is coming after trade discount. Freight 550 is a gross amount and entire consignment. It means for 5,000 units of goods overall, I'm going to give you 550 rupees. Insurance of the goods carried is 50 rupees. Delivery within 15 days in containers of 1,000 notepad. So containers of 1,000 notepad means one container will carry 1,000 notepad. So how many containers we'll have? Five containers because total consignment is 5,000 and every containers will carry 1,000 notepads. So it's coming five containers. But that should be coming back. That should be within 15 days. I should return. Each container is chargeable rupees 200. So for each container, I have to pay 200. So if I say five container, it should be 1,000 rupees. But yes, credit is allowed at the rate rupees 150. It means and on return within a month. So from the delivery date, I must return these containers using which I have got the notepad. If I can return back to the Kaku, KBSS will return back to the Kaku within a month, then 150 rupees will be returned. It means adjusted. So 200 will be reduced to 150 rupees. So if I do it within time, actual container charge comes to me 50 rupees. So if I miss this 1 month tenure, then it will be jumping to 200. So either 200 or 50 depends on my returning date. Moving to next. The materials ordered were delivered as per terms and condition. Okay, payment was made on 10th day. So I have given the money. KBSS has paid the money within 10th day. Though the transaction cash discount was dealing with 15 days time, so within 10 days means it is very much eligible to get the cash discount. That is the part. And containers were returned on 20th day. So it was 1 month time, but KBS has successfully returned those goods, container within 20 days from the delivery. So KBSSS will get the eligibility of getting the return of the container charges from the date of delivery. So right, this is the question. We will see how the material cost can be evaluated. Calculate the cost of materials purchased in total and per unit. Moving to next slide. See, aggregate price as 5,000 into 10, it comes 50,000. Trade discount 10% of 50,000 is coming down 10,000. Next, moving to the reduced value is 40,000. Here we can see the reduced value is, sorry, reduced value is 40,000, which is coming after this 50 minus 10 is 40. Then GST for 50%, it is levied on 40,000. GST will be levied on the value. We call it list price after the trade discount. So here value is coming 6,000. Coming after adding the GST, it is coming 46,000. It is coming 46,000. And then adding the freight and insurance, which is coming together 600, which I can see here. It is added to 46,600. That is after adding freight. Next we get rental for packages. See the calculations. Total notepad number was 5,000, and each container can carry 1,000 notepad. So how many notepad we need? The total consignment by capacity of each containers, which is divided, and we get five containers, and that is multiplied with the actual charge minus return amount. So actual charge was 200 and the return amount was 150. So finally we have to pay 50 rupees per container, and we have five containers, so altogether it is 250. That's the calculation. I can say again, 5,000 is the consignment of the total notepad. Every single container can carry 1,000 notepad. That is why 5,000 by 1,000 number of container coming, five containers. If I calculate this two, which is in the second curly bracket, multiply, then it's getting 200 minus 150 because we have qualified to get the adjustment of the packing expense. Though it was charged 200, but adjustment of 150. Finally, I'm getting 50 rupees, and this calculation is giving you 250. This is how we can add up, and finally we can find 46,850 is our cost of materials. Now that should be divided by the units. So every value, if I divide by the 5,000, That was our sum 5010. So this 5000 is divided by all this, all the digits are divided by 5000 and we get the per unit value. See, I have written note, cash discount should not be deducted from the cost of material. I hope it's clear. Moving to next slide. Levels of stock. Because control is our main cup of tea tonight. Though the class is happening in evening, you may see in the afternoon, morning, any time of your convenience. Levels of stock. What is it? Levels means we know simply the capacity. Levels means the capacity. Every organization is different, and their capacity of holding stock, maintaining stock, purchase of stock is not simple thing. You have to think about your capacity, your facilities by which you can upkeep your stock as you purchase. Like all we know, cold storage, seasonal fruits. We can buy mango in winter. How? Though the mango is cultivated, or the ripe mangoes are available in summer, but that can be stored in cold storage, and we can have the food, the mango items even in winter. Throughout the year we get, because of the maintenance of mango. That is the capacity. So every manufacturing concern must know their capacity, and based on their capacity they should set their levels. So as a store records, different levels of stocks are maintained. Coming to the first, reorder level. What is it? If I tell you a simple example of our daily household understanding, suppose my mother or your mother in the kitchen, their monthly purchase can be done, weekly purchase can be done, or daily purchase can be done. Better I say monthly purchase. Say there is a tin or jar where only 20,000, I sorry, my mistake, 20 kg can be, 20 kg of rice can be filled. So, and this is the capacity. 20 kg rice can be kept in a jar for your domestic purpose, which is for 1 month, say for 1 month, because that is a very much feasible time. So up to a reorder level is that level of the jar. Jar capacity is 20. Where your mother or our domestic, we decide to buy again. So reorder level is that level where we should initiate the purchasing of raw materials. So reorder level is that level where we feel now we should go for purchase decision. Like if I talk about our automobile, bike, four-wheeler, there is a fuel capacity. We all know. At a particular point, we feel, okay, this is my reorder level. Suppose my tanky capacity is 30 liter. I feel whenever my capacity of fuel touches 5 liters, I should fill my petrol from the nearby petrol pump immediately, because I don't want to take any risk that my fuel is off, and due to that I'm looking for other vehicle. So reorder is that level, which is being reached by an item of stock for a manufacturing concern. Raw material when reaches to that level, the purchase requisition is required to be sent to the purchase department. I hope I'm clear. Moving to next, maximum level. Maximum level is a very much like a like a cushion where I want to see what is my capacity beyond which I should not keep. My capacity of the bike, my capacity of the car is, say, for suppose if I say I have a bike, 13 liter is my capacity. Can I feel more than that? Answer is absolutely no. Why? If I feel, it will overflow. It will not be, my tank will not be able to absorb the amount of petrol or diesel. So this is the maximum level above which an item of stock should not generally be allowed to go. So when you know your capacity, you cannot allow anything to come and go beyond your capacity. So that's your maximum level. Moving to next, minimum level. What is minimum level? Sometimes you see when you experience of driving, petrol blinks, petrol signaling, they blink. It means they tell you, fill it. Fill it now. This is the minimum level. Don't drive anymore. Go to the nearby petrol pump and get it filled. So minimum level is that. Reorder level, I decide. I decide means there is a discussion how to decide. Reorder level is a level where minimum and maximum It is in between of minimum and maximum. Maximum is the highest, minimum is the level where I should be very much alert, and reorder is coming in between maximum and minimum. So reorder is calculated in a different aspect that I'll come and explain. Right now, maximum level is clear, reorder level is clear, moving to minimum level, below which an item of stock can never be allowed to go or allowed to fall. So that is my alarming state. If I do not send material requisition, what can happen? Suddenly I can go to danger level. What is danger level? Danger level is the level where anytime my stock can be finished. My raw materials can be finished. And we all understand if the raw material is finished, suddenly it will cause a total stoppage of production. You will misuse your other resources, machine hour, labor hour, many other costs are there. Because of this, that can happen. So this is very much uh, uh, loss of value. That is very much alarming area. That's why level of stocks are maintained. That if I don't know where I need to initiate my requisition, purchase requisition, I may fall anytime at any unwanted problems. So this is the minimum level we should not allow. But what is next? Danger level, which is being reached by an item of stock, urgent measure. It means immediately you need stock. You cannot hold it. You cannot wait anymore. Replenishment, which means you have to fulfill your stock again as soon as possible. You cannot wait. You don't have time to wait. If you wait, you have to stop your production. So this is the logic of studying this level of stock. Why should we study? That's the only logic coming as control. Control means these are all coming under the control of cost. Moving to next. Now I emphasize exactly on reorder level. As I said, it is fixed. It is fixed means who fixes? Organization. It is depending on organization to organization, as I said. That's why the word is coming fixed. There is no hard fast rule that this is your reorder level. It depends on your capacity, your other issues I'll discuss. It is fixed between minimum and maximum level. So somewhere above minimum and less than maximum. It is decided in such a manner that the excess of reorder level over minimum. So reorder minus minimum is something like a cushion that is the sufficient to meet your requirement during lead time. Very important word coming up here. Lead time. What is lead time? Lead time is the time which we at least require to place an order and to get the delivery. So lead time is ranging between placing of order to getting the delivery. That's the range we call lead time. So lead time is the time where the production is not stopped. Production is on. So how can you get production on when you have sent the requisition? It means some material. It means some material you have that is giving the supply during this lead time. So this is called emergency stock or lead time usage amount of stock. So what is reorder? Practically, if I talk, reorder equals to minimum level plus the stock available, which is the stock available to pass the lead time. It means during lead time, you need some stock. That plus minimum is reorder. Suppose if I say logically, I drive bikes from my home to petrol pump. My house to petrol pump is 1 kilometer distance. It means if there is no petrol which can give me this much fuel supply that I can ride my bike from my home to petrol pump. So this is the lead distance. If I talk about what is lead time is the time factor. But if I logically explain, from my home to petrol pump, the distance I need to travel, it can suppose think about a rural people, village people. They have to drive almost 10 kilometers to get the petrol pump. So they should know this much petrol I should have in my petrol tank so that at least I can go to petrol pump and get the petrol. So the amount of petrol you need to go to your petrol pump, that is the lead time usage or raw material quantity. That plus your minimum. Suppose from my home to petrol pump I need zero point 0.2 liters and I keep my 4 liter in the petrol tank. So my reorder level is 4 liter plus zero point 0.2 is 4.2. That's the reorder level. Am I clear? I repeat, from my home to petrol pump, zero point 0.2 liter petrol I need, and I need to always see in my petrol capacity at least 4 liter. So what should be my reorder level of petrol? 4 liter is my minimum petrol which I want to keep in my petrol tank, and zero point 0.2 liter I need to drive from my home to petrol pump. So altogether 4.2 liter is your reorder kind of petrol. So like that, you think about for a manufacturing organization, how much is the amount of stock they should need so that lead time can be supplied and the minimum. That's the reorder. See the formula. Reorder level formula, maximum usage into maximum delivery period. What is it? Maximum usage. What is usage? Suppose some usage means on a particular day, an amount of quantity is used. As we know, every day production may not be same. Some day it is high, some day it is low, some day it is average. The average is the normal usage. The highest production one day is maximum usage. The one day the production a little bit down, minimum usage. It means like every day we do not eat same amount of food. Some day we take more rice because of other factors. Some day we take less rice. On an average, someday every day we take a little amount of rice. That is the way we have to think. So maximum usage means I assume maximum raw material is going to be used. I assume, being a cost accountant or being a purchase department head, we assume maximum usage is the, because that is the highest extent. In no day it can go beyond. That is why maximum usage is the safest into maximum reorder period. It means the maximum, the longer day, how much the day, what is the maximum time to get the delivery, that also I'm taking. So both maximum, so that I'm very much safe. If the raw materials are delivered taking the maximum delay, still I can run my production because I've taken both the extent, both the maximum extent. That is why I'm very much happy and very much peaceful that okay, my raw materials are enough to supply my production. That is why maximum usage and maximum reorder period. See the bracket explanation. Even if the maximum consumption take place, I don't know when the factory will be running at the highest capacity. It may happen someday highest capacity, someday lowest, someday 50% capacity is run, someday 80% capacity is run, someday full 100%. It can never run. It can be never run beyond 100%, right? That is the maximum. So if maximum consumption takes place, the stock shall just reach zero level by the maximum lead time. So if it takes maximum, then it will be equal. I will not have any stoppage of production. Moving to the factors, rate of usage. Rate of usage, it means how my quantity is getting used every day. That I should be very much vigilant. Lead time, I should know what is my lead time. That should be very clear. Lead time may not be lead time. If lead time changes, it is a very unfortunate situation. Lead time should not be changed. It is expected that we have a very much control with the supplier. Supplier should not do this. Then it will be beyond control, right? So maximum reorder period, that also we should know clearly. Minimum stock level, that is also should be, because I have already talked about minimum level plus lead time. That is my reorder. So this should be very clear. And your economic order quantity. What is economic order quantity? I'll be explaining in deep. Economic order quantity is that ordering quantity from the available other quantities where my total cost will be lower, where I can minimize my cost just because my ordering size, just because of my ordering size. So that is your economic order quantity. So all these things you should know very well before putting the uh, placement of the order. Moving to next, maximum level. Factors to consider: availability of finance. When I want to buy, suppose my fuel tank is 13 liter, I want to buy full tank. I need to see my wallet, whether I have the money to buy fullest. Being a purchase department, I need to talk to my finance department, accounts department, whether they will give me that much support, financial support, so that I can go to maximum level. That is the factor to consider. Moving to next, lead time. Again, the same factor. Maximum requirement of material at any time. I should know when should I need the maximum. Suppose I want to go for a long drive with my bike, then I should fulfill my petrol tank, because I know I'm going for a long drive. I have to have my tank full. Like that way, maximum requirement of material anytime. That should you should know. Nature and durability of the product. As you know, if you buy raw material and if it is not staying as it was purchasing, then you should not buy, because you, though it is a EOQ, though it is the uh, economical ordering, quantity ordering, size, but you cannot waste your product. That is why the nature of the raw material is coming into the picture. Storage capacity, can you store them? Price economy, whether this order size gives you economical price. Cost of storage, if you store, if you, yes, if you can store, you have to look after what is the cost of my storage. Insurance, cost of material, every price fluctuation. Yes, I may get a price today which is very much below expected. I can buy maximum level of stock, because I know in future it's going to go up. Then what will I do? Better buy today. So pricing is also important. If price is stable, then I should not buy. I will get the supply anytime near future. But if price fluctuates too much, then I can consider this factor. Nature of supply. Nature means whether the supply is certain or whether the supply is uncertain. Suppose the supply is going to be uncertain, what should I do? I should buy. I should full maximum. EOQ, natural risk, evaporation. That we all know. There are certain raw materials, because of the natural elements of the product, you cannot stop from being evaporated. It gets evaporated. Depletion. By the nature of product, it is depleted, like depreciation. Natural waste. It you cannot keep it for a long time. It has to get deteriorated, right? Coming to formula, reorder level plus reorder quantity. That's the formula that you add up. Reorder quantity is the EOQ. I'll explain later on. What is reorder quantity? It is that ordering quantity where you are economical. আমি যে এই অর্ডারটা আমি যখন দেব কাউকে, when I will place this order, I must see my economical ground. That is why it is that order. So what is maximum level? Reordering level. Suppose I have 4 liter petrol in my bike, that is my reorder level, and I am filling 5 liter more because it is economical to me. So my total is 9 liter minus minimum usage into minimum period. That is the thing which you minus from that total. That you get the maximum level. Okay, I hope it's clear. Sir, hello. Anybody is here in the class along with me? Am I clear? But clear to all. Hello. Is there anybody with me? Coordinator sir, are you here? Moving to next, maximum level, minimum level. What is minimum level? Factors to consider. What are the minimum levels? Availability of substitute. I am just checking once that my fellow teachers are there or not. Yes, they are there. Okay. Actually, I am thinking whether I'm audible to all of you. Suddenly, maybe there is a disconnection of internet. That is why I cross-checked. Maximum level, yes. Moving to next, minimum level. Factors to consider: availability of substitute. Minimum level is that level where I should keep the product, the raw material. I should keeping this in mind, that whether the substitute raw materials are available or not. Lead time, rate of consumption material, like minimum rate, maximum rate, normal rate. So all these things we should be very much considering while deciding our minimum level. Formula is reorder level, as we know what is reorder level, minus normal usage. How can normal usage? You can find out maximum plus minimum by 2. You can get normal or average. Average and normal is same into normal reorder period. Here also, if you know your maximum reordering period and minimum reordering period, you add this 2 and divide by 2, you'll get this average period. If the usage is normal, the level will not go below this by the time by this by the time the actual delivery against the order is received. That is your minimum level. What is danger level and average stock level? Danger level, as we know, it's a kind of red signal. Red button is blinking. You cannot wait. You have to replenish your stock right now. So the level is below the minimum level. So reorder level, danger level is below the minimum level, right? Some organization can fix that. I will not be looking after this. I will keep my danger level before my minimum level. That you can do. There, there some correction steps can be taken up. Preventive steps can be taken up. That whether the system is working or not. So basically, or the danger level is coming after minimum level. When the actual stock reaches this level, urgent measures is to be taken to replenish this stock. Replenish means to fill up. To again fill up my stock, I should again go to that reorder level. Formula: average usage, that is maximum plus minimum by 2, is called average or normal usage, into lead time for emergency purchase. Into lead time for emergency purchase. Lead time already we discussed. That lead period we should know. So what is my lead period? I should multiply with average stock. I'm sorry, average usage. I will get the danger level. This can be calculated this way. Moving to next, there is another calculation: maximum level, minimum level we have discussed. This is average stock level. Average stock level is simply you can add these two, maximum plus minimum, divided by 2. Or there is another formula: minimum level plus half of reorder quantity. Reorder quantity is the economical order quantity. In this way, you can find out your average stock level. Now, sum is shown here. Two materials, one is X, one is Y, are used as follows. Minimum usage 50 units per week each. Maximum usage 150 units per week each. 50 and 150 each, both. So X and Y, they have same minimum and maximum usage. Reorder quantity, that is the EOQ, that is economical ordering quantity. X is 600 units and Y is 1000 units. Delivery period for X 4 to 6. 4 is the minimum time for delivery and 6 is the maximum time. So its minimum period is maximum reorder period. For Y 2 to 4, 2 is the minimum and 4 is the maximum. Calculate for each material for X and for Y. A, minimum level; B, maximum level; C, reorder level; and the last, average stock level. We can see from this slide, reorder level is maximum usage into maximum delivery period. Maximum. As we have discussed, how can it be maximum? It is the highest extent. That is the best idea, right? That is the best idea to upkeep our raw materials. Reorder level is the best where you are safe. This is the safest uh, unit where any purchase department or store department can bank on. Maximum usage and maximum delivery period. Okay, so we can see 150 and 6. 150 is the unit, 6 is the days, or it can be weeks. We have to see. Yes, it is week. 6 weeks and 150 unit maximum 150 units and 6 weeks. So 150 is same for X and Y, and delivery period is different. For X is 6 and Y is 4. See, so 150 for now we can see for X, 150 into 6, that is coming 900 units, that is the unit. And Y 150 into 4, because delivery period for Y is 4 and X is 6. That is how we can find out reorder level. I hope the conceptual part is clear. That should be clear because sums can be done only when your concepts are very clean. Moving to next, minimum level. What is minimum level? Formula we all know. Reorder level minus normal into normal. Normal usage into normal period. How we normal can be, how, what is normal? Normal is the average. Maximum period plus minimum period by 2. Normal usage also, maximum usage plus minimum usage by 2. Sometimes the question do not provide. You have to understand, you have to find out this way. So let's see what was the reorder level. To we just calculated 900 and 600. That is, you can see for x it is 900, for y it is 600. Therefrom we minus 100 into 5. So 100 is the normal usage of x and 5 is the normal delivery period. Normal delivery 5. How? We can see 4 and 6 if you add. 4 and 6 if you add, you get 10. 10 by 2 is 5. So that is the average or normal. And maximum is 150 for x and minimum is 50 for x. So 150 plus 50 if you add, you get 200. Divide by 2, you get 100. So that is how it is coming 100 into 5, the normal usage and normal period. If you multiply within bracket, it gets 500, 900 minus 500. Your minimum level is 400. So what we can sum up, student? 900 is the reorder and 400 is the minimum. So can we say 500? 500 is the unit which is not here in the slide, but we can understand 500 units is kept for the lead time usage. That is the logic. 500, where 500 is not in the slide. X 900 reorder. Minimum is for X is 400. So the remaining 500 is the lead time usage. It means that is the kept part. If maximum lead time is used and maximum usage is taken, that 500 units will be enough to spare those period. Moving to Y. Y's reorder is 600. We can all again go back to see what happened to Y. For minimum 50, maximum 150. For Y also, it is same way, it is 100. But for Y's delivery time is 2 to 4. So if you add this 2, you get 6 by 2 is 3. So that is how 100 into 3. It is coming 300. So 600 minus 300. So 300 is the minimum. So for Y, you had 600 reorder and minimum is 300. So how much you kept for your lead time use? 300, sir. This is how we should understand the levels. So then we can do any sums. Coming to next, maximum level. As we have talked about, maximum is a reorder plus reorder level plus reorder quantity. Reorder quantity is little different. It is economical. It is economical order size, and reorder level is your targeted, your safe. So this to add minus minimum usage into minimum period. Then you can understand what is the maximum level. So as we have already calculated from x 900 and y 600, so it is placed here. And where from 600 to 1000 is coming reorder quantity. Sometime in the question you have to calculate. Sometime you have in the question it might be given. If you want to calculate, how will you calculate? That is not discussed here. I will discuss it later on. Students, we should remember reorder quantity is the EOQ, economic order quantity, which I'll discuss today after few slides. So let's see whether it is given. It must be given. As you see, reorder quantity is given X 600, Y 1000. So that is why it is posted. These are added. And what is minimum usage? We know minimum usage, minimum period 15 to 4, 15 to 2. So by calculating this, you can very much clear that what is my maximum level for this sum. It is coming 1300 units and 1500 units. Moving to next, average stock level. Average stock level calculation is very simple. As we say, we have two formulas. One is maximum plus minimum by 2. Another is minimum level plus half into EOQ. Half into reorder quantity. So half into reorder quantity, that is EOQ, half into EOQ plus minimum level. This formula also is useful depending on the information of the questions. Here, as we have found out, maximum, minimum. There is uh, no way to calculate those ways. When you have minimum, maximum, simply add this 2 and divide by 2. That is the easy way to do average stock level. So 400 and 1300 for X. Minimum is 400, maximum is uh, minimum is 400, maximum is 1300. So it is average is coming 850. Similarly for Y, it is 300 and 1500 is coming 900 units for Y. So this is how we have understood their conception and how to calculate. It is, I hope it is clear. Moving to next. Number next is A, B, C system. What is A? What is B? What is C? A is a kind of grade. A is a kind of standard. B is a kind of also standard. Like when we go to buy any product, there is a standardization or gradation. Like if I go to buy rice, very common goods, every domestic we buy. Rice gradation is what? This is 100 rupees kilo rice, right? This is 40 rupees kilo rice. This is somewhere 70 rupees kilo rice. So what we buy, when we buy 100 rupees kilo rice, we are very much alert because it is costly. We cannot buy huge quantity, but we should be alert when we buy 100 rupees kilo rice. When we buy 40 rupees kilo rice, or when we buy ration is subsidized, leave it, 40 rupees kilo rice, then we think 40 rupees kilo rice, let's buy 5 kg. So that you can afford because it is low in value. And what is 70 rupees kilo rice? It is somewhere not, pricing is not like A, not like B. It is, so price is less than A and more than C. So A is the high valued goods, B is the middle, and C is the low valued goods. Now question is, our class is based on material control. How can we control? So it means we should be understanding that what is ABC system is envisages is simply speaking that when you talk about, when you level something as A, you should be very careful. When you level something B, you should be also very careful. And when you level, not that way, and when you think about C, you can buy based on your convenience. So that is how I'm going to present here ABC system. It may be a theoretical question. There is no probable question be set from this area. So, but it can be a probable question for your examination. So you should know it very logically. In order to achieve economy means I have to waste, I have to reduce my wastage. Economy means efficiency. So how can I maintain my purchasing very efficient? All the items of stocks are classified into three categories: A, B, C. A indicates small number of items which requires heavy investment. So value is high. Small units, high value. I wrote about C first. After A, you can see C is here. C indicates a large number of items for which total investment required is not too much. It means low value. And what is B? Indicates the item between A and C. It means somewhere lying in between A and B, A and C. So B is actually lying in between A and C in terms, not by name, but by its value and but actually by value. Number of items in B is less than that C. It means you can buy B lesser units than C, but more units than A. Because pricing, if you see, B is in the middle position. So as the value of B is middle position, so you can buy more than A in terms of quantity, but less than of C in terms of quantity. Okay, and total investment is less than A. But if you think about by value, then less than A. Value wise, if you see, then total investment is less than A, but more than of C. So I hope you have understood the angle of this logic. It is decided based on value and number of units. So when value is less, number of units is obviously more. When the value is high, number of units affordability is increasing. And last, you can see I have leveled again based on our learning outcome. What we learned so far? EOQ. I will explain in depth. And reorder level. We have understood reorder level very clearly. So see the term used. C is the item which you can acquire for a year. It means you are not thinking too much. You can buy for a year. So there is no such, thinking that how much I buy. You can buy for a year based on your capacity to hold. Based on your capacity to hold, you can buy as much you wish to buy because based on the criteria, ABC system. What is B? Order may be placed as and when stock reaches to reorder. So when you think about B item to buy, then you have to be a little wiser. You cannot buy without any logic. There should be reorder level logic. So when I buy B indicate B symbolized item, then I will use my reorder level technique to procure. So when I buy B, I will use my tool. Better I should say tool as reorder. Reorder should be my tool to decide how much to buy of B. Last A. A is a very highly priced goods and you cannot buy too much. So you have to be very wise. When you think about A, you have to be very wise and very economical also. That is why you should apply EOQ to purchase the A item. So EOQ is what I will discuss now. After this, it is there. So EOQ should be utilized or worked out to decide how much of A in terms of quantity to be procured. This is all about ABC system. I hope I'm clear. Moving to next. This is also a theoretical question, probable question can be set from this unit, this topic, material costing. Just in time inventory. What is just in time? Just in time inventory means we can call it JIT. It is absolutely a technique of purchasing with no holding of stock. It means immediately. Like you want to take a cab, you don't book it in advance. You whenever you want to go outside, you just book the cab. That is the concept. Just in inventory means when I want to buy it. It means there is no safety danger zone. There is no reorder level. Yes, obviously there is no maximum level. There is no minimum. There is no safety stock. No such angle you have. You are simply as and when in real time situation. So it is just in inventory system talks about ki you must have certain factors kept in mind. Without keeping those factors ready, it is not wise decision to go for JIT system. So just in time inventory system will be applicable. Conditions are there. So these conditions I have. I don't have storage system. I don't want to utilize my levels of stock. I will follow this methodology. So I need to know what are the underlying requirements I need to look after. See, first you read the factors, the delivery of components and materials as and when they are needed. So I need to ensure, I need to very much be assured that there must be some clear cut understanding that whenever I need, I should get the delivery of component and materials. Whenever I need, I should get. It may not, it should not happen. Okay, when I ordered and after few days it is coming, then GT is completely a failure. So when you have that much assurance, that much confirmation, okay, yes, whenever you place an order, you will get it immediately. That connection you have, then you should go for JIT. Must have to be ensured. You have to ensure all these that whenever you order, you get it. Suppliers of materials are to be in close contact. It means I have direct contact with the supplier. Within a within a call, within a fax, just within a minute I can get. I can have direct contact. So there is no such delay involved. There should not be there should be a guarantee for supply on time. There must be some guarantee. Foolproof guarantee should be there. Ki yes, my supplier will give me. They have given the word. It is the assured that I will get. That guarantee should be there. Then on time, raw materials will be delivered. Quality of materials must be maintained. It is obviously expected that sometimes people for immediate or quick delivery they compromise the quality of the materials. That cannot. be tolerated, because quality is very significant area of production. If material quality is degraded, then JIT should not be accepted. So that assurance must be there, that the quality of the materials should be as per the order. Next, moving to the next factor, pricing should be reasonable. Yes, it is also seen that real time delivery requires high price sometime being uh, placed by or quoted by the suppliers. That also cannot be. That contract should be there with the supplier. Okay, I will be asking you and you have to ensure my supply with this price only. That much contract agreement should be there. Long term contracts, coming to the next point, long term, it means the supplier and me, it's not a one day deal, it has to be a long run deal. So then you can have full confidence on your supplier. Yes, whenever I need, I will get. It is a full time contract with the suppliers. So these are the conditions are very much ideal and required for implementing JIT inventory system. So what is JIT? The concept of JIT aims at reducing cost of inventory. Because why is it reducing cost? Because see, whenever we have maintained stock, we have maintained all this system, okay, other a strong storage system, right? Insurance expenses, carrying costs are there, maintenance costs are there. So these costs are reduced because you don't need to keep them with you for a long time, because you are getting as and when you need. That is why it is reducing your inventory cost, and it is also reducing the control of purchase. So because it is immediately checked, immediately verified. There is no such discrepancy because after before 2 months the delivery was done, and today I need the raw materials of that lot. That there you may have some problem. Okay, this material I don't need. I needed that a different material. So all these issues will be simply ignored when you follow JIT. It is also helping in reduction of cost and also control of purchase, supplies of production without running any risk of bottlenecks being created in the production flow. The inventory level is aimed at lowering to absolute minimum and safety stock is eliminated. So the inventory level is aimed at lowering to the absolute minimum. So there is a very minimum level of stock you should have for production, because you are getting as and when you get, as and when you order, place the order, and there is no safety stock even. So this is all about just in time inventory system. Very probable question uh, for examination. Very much upcoming, these upcoming examination. You can have this question as theory from materials. Economic order quantity, the most important part of this chapter. EOQ will be connected with stock levels because it is highly connected. So EOQ should be, you should have very crystal clear concept on what is exactly this EOQ, because EOQ will be attached with your level of stock sums. As we have seen, the reorder quantity is there in maximum level sums calculation, so it will come. Even you can there must be some question. There is another formula I discussed, average stock level. There also one formula you have, where the formula is saying minimum level plus half into reorder quantity. It means there also you have this topic is in implication. So reorder, economic order quantity or reorder quantity is same. It is coming with those sums. So if you do not understand this, that will be also compromised. So let's talk about what is economic order quantity. Economic order quantity. Economic means what? Minimization of cost, saving in a cost. Minimization of cost or saving in cost is the economic. So EOQ refers to that order quantity within the range of possible order quantities. Range of possible order quantities means I will discuss with my different example, which minimizes the total cost per annum by item purchase. So there is a concept of ordering quantity, and that is the trick. Ordering quantity means order size, you can say. Suppose I give an example that I monthly in our family uh, monthly, or you can say quarterly. Better quarterly, then the example will be better. Quarterly means 3 months. Quarterly need demand of rice, or you can say, rice, the boiled rice. We know rice is a very basic food for us. So quarterly demand of rice of a particular domestic family, say 150 kg quarterly. So 3 months requirement is 150 kg. Why I have given quarterly? Because rice is such a thing nobody buys for a year. So 3 months required demand of a family is 150 kg. Now question is coming, different order size. I want to buy in 5 times. 5 times I want to buy this 150 kg. So what will be your order size? 30 to 30 kg each time. So 150 kg rice I am not going to buy at the same time. Better I want to buy in 5 times. Then each time how much kg I'm going to buy? 30 kg. 150 by 5 times. That is the order size. So here the logic is number of orders, total requirement by number of order, you get order size. Now I can change my order size. I say I will buy in 3 times. So my order size is 3. So what is the sorry, my order number of order is 3. Then what will be order size? 150 by 3, 50 kg. So when I increase my order size or number of orders, my order size reduce. When I decrease my number of orders, my order size goes up. So in this way, there are different combination can be. I want to buy in 2 times, so 75 kg. I want to buy in 3 times, 50 kg. I want to buy in 4 times, 37.5, like this will come. I want to buy in 5 times, 30 kg. In this way, if you have different number of orders, and provided your requirement is fixed, then order size will change. Inversely, as number of orders increases, order size decreases. Number of orders decreases, order size increases. Absolutely, this is the relation. That which order size when I should buy, so that my overall cost reduces. This is the definition of yoke. And here I have to decide EOQ based on two factors, very significant factors. Because when total cost is calculated, two items of the cost should be very clearly understood. First is ordering cost, and second is carrying cost. What is ordering cost? Ordering cost means it is directly uh, it is said like that. Okay, if you place one order, this is the value you have to pay. So as many order, that much value will increase. Okay. So it is not directly depending on the order quantity, but it is fixed per order. Like if I place one order, then I have to pay 100 rupees. If I place 5 orders, I have to pay 500 rupees. If I place 6 orders, in this way 600 rupees. So it is independent, but it is multiplied by number of orders to find out the ordering cost of the particular quantity order. Moving to next, carrying cost. Carrying means nothing about transportation, maintenance, stock, maintenance. We should be very clear. Do not get carried away by this carrying cost. Carrying means here maintenance, upkeepment, you know, storage, insurance, interest. All these are coming in this carrying cost concept. Is mentioned here. His storage cost, handling cost, because material handling cost, we will do a chapter in semester 5, next semester in CMA 2, next to next semester, I think fourth semester. There you'll see ABC system, activity based costing system. Then material handling cost will come. So handling cost means you are keeping your stock here and there. That is kind of maintaining cost. That is also coming under this carrying cost. Interest is a big portion. Okay, insurance is a big portion. So this carrying cost increases with the increase in the quantity order, right? It is increases in the quantity order. Therefore, it is necessary to find the balance between the ordering cost and carrying cost in order to find the most favorable quantity. What is carrying cost? Carrying cost and ordering cost will have a different movements. This behavior is different. If ordering cost increases, then carrying cost will fall. If ordering cost reduces, carrying cost will go up. Now, how this happens? Let us talk about let's this discussion be crystallized with a example in the next slide. Estimated usage per annum. Estimated usage per annum 12,000 units. Okay. So our requirement is per annum here 12,000. Price per unit charged by supplier rupees 3. So per unit price is 3. That is a independent value that will not change. That it is with that any quantity you buy that will be multiplied. But that is a fact that will be considered while calculating UOQ. Ordering cost per order 100. So as you increase the number of order, your ordering cost will be 100 into that will be multiplied. Stock carrying cost percentage of average stock value. Stock carrying cost percentage of average stock value. So I need to find out average stock. That is 20%. This is the question. Now see here the options. Number of orders 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 7 is missing, 9 is missing. 1 to 12, 9 and 7 is missing. Now what is order size? Total requirement by number of order. My total requirement is constant and number of orders are variable. So 12,000 by 1, you get 12,000 order size. So when one order, then order size 12,000. When two order, 12,000 units you want to buy in two times, then per order size will reduce to 6,000. Similarly, three orders reduce to 4,000, four orders 3,000, five order 2400, six orders 2,000, eight order eight times. Eight means not an ordinal number. It's a eight is a number. Eight times you have to order 1,500 per order. 10, 1,200 per order. 12,000 units per order. So this is your order size. So it is divided by the number of orders. Order size is clear. I hope it's clear. Average stock order size by 2. This you have to remember. Average stock is order size by 2. So 12 by 2, 6. 6 by 2 by 6,000 by 2 is 3,000. 12,000 by 2 is 6,000. 4,000 by 2 is 2,000. 3,000 by 2 is 1,500. 2,400 by 2. In this way, 1,200, 1,000, 750, 500. So we have reached up to average stock. Now we saw the question was like this: percentage of average stock value. So we have reached up to average stock. Now what is value? Let's see. Average stock value equals to average stock into unit cost. That is 3 rupees. Unit cost we have also seen that is 3 rupees. That is 3. Now see 6,000 into 3. It is now monetary value. It becomes a rupee. 6,000 is the unit, 3 is the value, monetary value, rupees. It is coming 18,000. Similarly, 3 into 3, 9,000. 2 into 3 is coming 6,000. 1,500 to 3 in this 4,500 and so on. It is multiplied. Coming back to the next, stock carrying cost. What was stock carrying cost? It was clearly said 20%. Stock carrying cost will be percentage of average stock value. So average stock value is now calculated. So I need to multiply with that value 20% respectively. So first is number of order 1, carrying cost is coming 3,600. See, number of order 1, carrying cost 3,600. When order increases, number of orders increases and size decreases. So I should say when order size decreases, your carrying cost is also decreases. You can see this order size decreases 12,000, 6,000, 4, 3, in this way 1,000. Carrying cost is also decreasing. So as you buy your order size, your stock carrying cost will decrease, positively related. So stock carrying cost is directly related to order size. More stock, more carrying cost. Less stock, less carrying cost. So carrying cost means maintenance cost. We should be very clear. So when I buy 12,000 unit of stock, I need to have incurred 3,600 as carrying cost. But when I switch to 1,000, my carrying cost jumps down to 300. That is the relation of order size and carrying cost. So we are very clear that order size, that means EOQ, will be now this. This should be any one of these will be a EOQ, because my EOQ is one of the available alternative ordering quantity. So these are the ordering quantity. This order size is the ordering quantity. So my EOQ should be any of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Out of these 10 options, any one I will select as my EOQ. Move to ordering cost. We all know ordering cost is independent. As the number of orders will increase, that will be multiplied by that 100 rupees. It was given in the question. There was 100 ordering cost per order. Per order. So one order 100, order. So one order 100, but two order 200. See, order number of order and order size is inversely related. Inversely related. One order 12,000, two order 6,000. That is why ordering cost is increasing when your order size is decreasing. So order size is decreasing and ordering cost is increasing. So when it was 12,000, ordering cost 100. When it is 6,000, ordering cost 200. When it is 4,000, ordering size, ordering cost 300. Because ordering number of order become 3. That's why it is 300. So stock carrying cost and ordering cost have a inverse movement with the increase decrease of order size. I hope it's clear with this example. So that is how, as number of order increases, ordering cost increases. So what we can say, ordering cost is directly related with number of orders, and carrying cost is directly related with ordering size. That is why if I think in individually, stock carrying cost and ordering cost is inversely moving. And I will now see, as per order size I need to add these two. So 3,600 total cost, that is carrying cost and ordering cost, 3,700. 1,800 plus 200, 2,000. 1,200 plus 300, 1,500. 9,000 plus 400, 1,300. In this way, stock carrying cost and ordering cost are added, and we got the last row where we can see from the different order size my different cost, that is mainly talking about carrying and ordering cost, is available. So now I should be selecting the one where my carrying cost and ordering cost should be low, minimum. That is, I can see 1,200. So this 1,200 is that ordering size. So see, where 1,200 is located, where my order size is 2,000. So 1,200 is not your Q. 1,200 is your deciding point. Your Q is 2,000. EOQ is not this 1,200. 1,200 is the cost. Where you fix your order size, where you have lowest cost. So my EOQ will be 2,000, where my carrying cost and ordering cost is lowest, most economical. So this way you will not do sum in examination. So this is the way we will do. Question is no. It is conception. It is giving you full logic about EOQ. Then what is EOQ? EOQ is this, any one of these, the first second row. My EOQ here is 2000. So same data, I will, this data is the question. This data is used in a tabular sheet to explain their relation about in the cost. Now that will be done through a mathematical equation. That is a formula, you can say. Mainly students remember the formula and get the sum done. But as I am insisting on concept, I've explained what is EOQ. Moving to the mathematical equation or formula of this EOQ. From the previous table, you can see it is clear the stock that what I said that is written in the slide. So I can understand that 2000 unit is my EOQ because it is that ordering quantity. It is that ordering quantity out of available 10 ordering quantities where my total cost in terms of carrying and ordering is lowest. So that should be the ordered. So this EOQ is also a part of your maximum level. I must show you. This EOQ came along with your maximum level. So that is the point. You can see maximum level is reorder level. Sorry, maximum reorder level plus reorder quantity. This reorder quantity is your EOQ. So reorder level is also a unit. Reorder quantity is also your unit. So this is now clear. And now you can say, yes, level of stock is complete in its sense, true sense. In its true sense, it is complete. So now, what is the mathematical explanation? That is very simple. You need to remember this. Square root. It is a mathematical formula which tells you a square root is the outer function. I have given a bracket so that you understand. 2UO. Some people call it CC, CO. CC is carrying cost and U can be said as CO. I wrote it U for the better understanding. So 2UO. 2 is the constant into, point means into, usage per annum in units. This must be unit. That should be per annum usage in units. O means ordering cost per order. It should be rupee. So 2 is constant as a number, as a value, constant value. U is the unit per annum requirement. O is the ordering cost per order. So for one order, how much I have to pay? So it is not that total ordering cost. It is per order. Whole divided by C. C stands for carrying cost, which we had discussed. So ordering cost and carrying cost is coming in the picture and your requirement. So formula is clean. Requirement, annual requirement, I must say. Annual requirement, ordering cost, carrying cost. Per unit, per year. So carrying cost of one unit and for whole year. Why whole year? There is interest included. We have already discussed interest, and interest is such a thing which is consisting three factors. Principal, rate, time. We know from class 7 8. Interest is a function of time. That time is the per year. So I need to calculate this for whole year. Sometime interest you need to calculate carrying cost. So that is how we have to find out EOQ. So here 2UO by carrying cost. So I will calculate this bracket portion first. At the end, I will apply the square root function. So here I have put the values. 2 is a constant, I cannot change it. 12,000 was our annual consumption, which is there in the question. And 100 is also the ordering cost per order. That was also given per order in the question. So divide by 20% that we also know. 3 rupees is the each unit value. These are also up from the question 20% and 3. So per unit you got. So calculating this third bracket or can say square bracket, then the value you obtain that you have to apply square function. Finally, you get 2000 units. So this is how EOQ is to be calculated. I hope it's clear. Moving to next slide. Receiving materials. Receiving material is another part coming to because theory will be there from this area also. Bin card and store ledger. Receiving who receives? We should know who receives. Basically, it is received by the purchase department, right? And purchase department has some employees, some people are entrusted the job of this receiving. So one of the employees called storekeeper. He is the in charge of the store. Store is the place where the raw materials of the purchase item are kept in safe, in safety area. So storekeeper is a person. You can understand it's a very similar like goalkeeper, wicketkeeper, shopkeeper. It's a storekeeper. Storekeeper Now I wrote bean card. Bean card is what? Bin. Dustbin. Like a bin is a basket. It's like a basket. It's like a box. It's like a slot where a particular writing, like a board also there affixed on this bin, so that quantities are written. Yes, quantities are written. So bin is a place where it is slot like of thing, and there is a particular area to note down that the quantity which is kept in the bin, that quantity is written on the slot available. There it is written so that everybody can understand. Okay, this bin contains this much of quantity. So this bean card is a record, you can say, where the quantity of the receiving materials are perfectly recorded by the storekeeper. Okay, this can be very useful for physical verification when there will be a cost control part, cross checking of the whether the bin and the physical stocks are same or not. There it is very useful. Moving to next is stored ledger. Stored ledger is the accounting part. Stored ledger, like ledger we know, it comes from accounting journal ledger. Like this is a ledger where columns are there, where receiving. Similarly, in bean card also there is a column. Bean card and stored ledger is almost same, with little different are there. Difference are there. Bean card format is receiving, issues, balance. Store ledger is also having same kind of pro forma, receiving of materials, issues of materials to different production centers, and finally how much balance is left after every issue or after every receipts. These are written. But bean card only records in terms of quantity, where store ledgers records both aspects, quantity as well as your value, quantity as well as value, because respective pricing is multiplied with the particular units or quantity when it is issued. This pricing, who decides? It is decided by the authority, that what should be this pricing to issue or all this. So that is a different part, but this is store ledger maintains both aspects, value as well as quantity, and bean card keeps the record only in terms of quantity. Store ledger, you can have a theory question, the difference of bean card and store ledger. You can study it as the concept is getting clear. Store ledger is useful for cost department, cost accountant department, because it's a value. It is a very useful information for financial accounting, for cost accounting, many ways. Inventory valuation, all these financial aspects are there. So therefrom, you can have the clear cut understanding about the valuation of inventories. But bean card is giving you a different ideology. It's giving you quantity aspect, that how much quantity you had, how much you have issued, how much is the balance left. So moving, next topic of discussion is pricing, the issue of materials. Now pricing is the money value. We all know what is price. Price is the money value which we attach with the unit of product, with the unit of component or materials, for for maintenance record or transaction. Materials issued against stores, materials issued against stores, requisitions are to be priced. So material issued against stores, requisitions are to be priced. So whenever I had a requisition, I have to have a pricing of it by the cost department before such issues are entered in the store ledger. So cost department coming in the role, setting the pricing part, and then it is entered in the store ledger. There are different methods of pricing the issue, but mostly common methods which we have or which we will come across in our syllabus for examination, these are given as follows. We all know it. FIFO, LIFO. What is FIFO? First in, first out. It is very easy to say first in, first out, but often, suppose huge goods are kept. Yes, people can follow it, but sometimes the last product is taken first. That is LIFO, because huge goods you have purchased. So it is difficult to find out which item which is lying below. Then LIFO is also helpful. That is why FIFO and LIFO both are very useful in maintaining inventory valuation. FIFO is fast out, in, fast out. So the product, so the material, raw material which is received first will be issued first. Principle is very clear. And LIFO is the product or raw material which is received for, received last will be issued first. That is last in, first out. Receive last, issued first. Last in, first out. So this is the two method. Moving to the next, simple average method. What is simple average? Simple average and followed. There is another method of average, that is weighted average. Simple average talks about the average of the rates, not the average of the corresponding value and rate. They talked about only average. So if I buy four rate different four types of rated product, I will not see how many quantity of each of this rate has been purchased. I will be only concerned about what are the rates are involved for this issue. Say four rupees per unit, 5 rupees per unit, and 6 rupees per units are there in my store, in my receipts, and I am issuing. Then my rate will be what? 4 plus 5 plus 6. 3 rates, divide by 3. So 4 plus 5 plus 6 coming up. 15 by 3 is 5. So my simple average method says this rate will be 5. So it is the average of the different rates which are lying in this particular record before a particular issue. So whenever we will issue, these all methods are giving you different names, different ways. All are based on issue. When you issue any particular quantity, you should know what is the corresponding rate of that issue. And there comes these four aspects. FIFO means first rate will be issued first. LIFO means last rate, last product, last raw material which is received, that rate I should use first. And simple is all the rates which are I'm having, I will make a simple average of it, and that average rate I will consider for issuing my particular inventory. Moving to next, weighted average. What is weighted average? Weighted average is kind of frequency in statistics. X into F, X value of X into F, Fx into F, summation of Fx by summation of F. I think we all know arithmetic mean when the distribution is the frequency. So value into F, that is summation of Fx we can get, and divided by summation of F. Here F is the rate and X is the unit. So unit and rate will be merged, will be compiled, will be multiplied, we get value. So say if I say there are three quantities having three different rates. So Q1, Q2, Q3. So rates will be also corresponding R1, R2, R3. So what should I do? Q1 into R1, I get a value. Q2 into R2, I get a second value. Q3 into R3, I get a third value. So summation of Q and R, QR, summation of QR I am getting added. That is the sum of the values that I get and sum of the quantities. What sum of the quantities? Because I want to find rate. That is why Q and R gives value. So value by R, if you do, it will be quantity, but you don't need quantity, you need rate. So value, sum of the values by sum of the quantities will give you a particular rate. That rate is the weighted average method. In this method, you need to understand every time that value plus sum of the value plus sum of the quantity, that will give you the rate, and that rate should be applied to value the issued inventory. This. So this is the question. Now this sum I will be doing. This sum I will be doing so that you all understand. So problem number 4, it is draw a store ledger account recording the following transactions that took place in January 18 under FIFO and LIFO. So it's a simple sum. FIFO and LIFO both will be done based on this. We can see opening stock is there 200, we can see here purchase is there 100, again purchase is there 150, followed by again purchase is there 180, again purchase 180. So all the purchases are given first and then the issues are given, but we need to be very clear that the rates are given when the purchases are given, but when issues are there, rates are not there, because our job is to understand that rates, how that rate will be considered. That is why LIFO, FIFO, and weighted average we need to do. Okay. So now let's see how the sum can be done. So it should be also chronological. You see the dates are not as per chronology. One first, fifth, 10th, 20th, then comes second, 7th, 12th, 28th. So we need to understand first one, then two, then five, then seven, then 10, then 12, then 20, then 28. So based on this question, we'll do FIFO and LIFO both. And this is another sum where we will do simple average and weighted average. Same way. So two sums are taken. So actually we are going to do four sums. So here, oh, I have to come out because it is PPT. I'm going to in this mode. Yes. So it should be in this mode, otherwise I cannot present. So here, as the question was there, so I write the dates. So it was January 1, followed by second, followed by fifth, followed by seventh, followed by 10, followed by 12, followed by 20, and followed by 28. So, based on the question, we had these dates 20th January. So, we wrote quantity. In the first January, it was opening balance. So, no receipt, no issue. It should be directly on balance. How many? 200. Rate was 2. So, 2.00. Amount is coming very simple, 400. Moving to next date, second. The question, based on the question, there was a purchase. There was a purchase. You see, first, then second. Second purchase was 150. There must be, it is, the question must be 2, 2.22, 2.24, 2.25. Then, actually, it is written wrong. It should be issue. That's why there is no date. It should be issue. So there are three purchases and there are four issues. That's why rate is not there. So here we come. So in second day, we have, yeah, issue. So it was the balance and issue is 150. So 150 I write here. Rate is the previous rate because it is FIFO. Only one rate I have to do. So no option. It is coming then 300. So what is the balance left? Because if I issue, my quantity will fall. So it is now 50 and my rate is same to 2.00. It is coming absolutely 100. Like that. Next I have a purchase. So fifth I go to receipt. When I have a purchase, I should go to receipt. It is 100, 2.20. It is coming 220. So there is no issue. It is a purchase. So what should be the impact on the balance? Add up. So 150 plus this, it is coming 150. And I can show a bracket here and I can show exactly what are the items. But okay, I can show there are two items 50 and 100. Right? 50 and 100. So two items 50 and 100 both. So what is the rate? Now one is 2 and one is 2.2. So as I cannot do like the paper, so 100 is 2, 100 is 2.2. I am showing like a bracket. First one first, last one last. So like a respective. So it is coming, value is coming 320. If I add, but I can show bracket, what is the break? One is 100 plus one is 220. In this way we can show, but as the time is a constant and the space is also constant, next time I'll not show like this. So for your understanding, you can show like this. So I'm moving to the next. Again, after fifth we have seventh. In seventh we have a issue now. Now how much is issue? 100. Now you can show in bracket. Now when you have 100 issue, now it's a FIFO. So there comes, you have to understand the rate. So previous rate is 50 there, this 50 is there, and next rate is also 100. So what should you do? 50 of the first rate and next 50 of this new rate 2.2. So that way there is a two rates involved. So I am not I can show. Okay, I'm showing it. So one is 50. Why I'm showing like this? Because two rates are involved. 150 plus 50 and two rates means, again I have to show like this, 2 plus 2.2. Two rates. So 50 of the first two and next 50 2.22. So value is coming here 210. I'm not showing this breakup again. So right now, how much is left? I had 115 total, 100 is out, so 50 is left. And which rate it is? 2.2. Because two rate, only 2.0 is out. So it will be 110. In this way, the mechanism is to be followed. Next, we have again what? Receipts. In receipts, what is the quantity we have? In 10th January, we have 150 quantity and it was 2.4. So the value is coming around 360. So again, it will not go to these issues, it will go to balance. It will be added up. I'm not showing as clubbed, okay? Just so it is getting 200. I'm writing rates so that you understand 2.2 plus 2.4 because rate is important. So two rates are there in 200. So what is the value? Value are added. 110 is the previous value. 360 is the new value. So it's coming 470. Like that, next 12th January, what we have? Again, issue. Issue will go to issue column, issue row. How much? 100. Again, the problem will come. Why 100 means I need to involve two rates. One is this 50 and here from 150. So again, two rates are there, 50 plus 50. So two rates I need to multiply. Again, 2.2 and 2.4 because I have to see, I have to show you like this, 50 into 2.2 and 2.4 into 50. Logically there should not be purchased. I'm deleting, making it comma so that it is better because purchase will have a different meaning like that. These are all not purchase, these are not, sorry, uh, addition, these are, I'm trying to show that there are different rates are involved. Amount when there is a purchase can be done. So it is rate is coming 100, 50, 50, 2.2, 2.4. It is coming all together 230. So what should I do? Now it will reduce to 100 and this 100 will have again uh, two rates involved. So I'm not showing again. So what are the rates? Is 100, only 100. Now why 100? Because last purchase was 150 and there from 50 is out. So 100 is full of 2.4. That is why 100 into 2.4 is 250. I hope it's clear. This is FIFO. Next, coming down to again receipt. There are 180 item, 2.50 is a rate coming up as 450. There is no issue. The balance increased to 280. It is comprising of two things, 100 of previous and 180 of new, that is becoming 280. Now rates I'm writing because to understand 2.4 comma 2.5. So two rates I have. Now in this way I multiply all these things and coming up 690. It's coming 690. Similarly last, there is no receipt, it is issue. So what is the issue here? 200. As it is 200 issue, it cannot be full of one particular rate. Again two rates are 100 of this rate and 180 is there, 100 of this rate. So that is why I'm writing 100 plus 100. So it is coming this. Now rates are one is 2.4 and one is 2.5. That is how it is done. So it is coming all together 490. So what is the picture? Previous quantity 280, issued quantity 200, so remaining quantity only 80. And logically, previous it was 24, 2.4, 2.5 because two rates were involved in this 280 quantity. But once you issue this 100 of 2.4, it is finished. So now you have only one rate is left, that is 2.5, and that is the value coming under 200 as per fee 4. I hope is clear. I hope it will be crystal clear to all of you. Okay. Moving to next, leaf. Again, the date should be posted similar, same sum. We will do LIFO. January it is all are happening in January. So one, next is two, next is five, next is seven, next is 10, next is 12, next is 20, and next is 28. So dates are posted. Now again the same question. The topic will be of now a different rate will be considered because it's a LIFO. The rate which came recently that will be issued first. So previous rates, absolutely your previous rates, the first rate will be issued the last. Okay, so here let's see. My quantity was 150. My rate is 2.2 rupees. So it is 300. Balance is sorry. It is not to be written here because it's a balance. So as balance, it should go to balance. It should be 150 in the quantity of balance because opening 2 is the rate and 300 is the balance. Moving to next, I think it's a issue. Now in this case, as there is no previous purchase, so the first rate is issued first. It is absolutely working like FIFO, but as there is no other rate, recent rate, if there is any recent rate, it could have we could have written this, it will be 400. Now, as there is no recent purchase, so the last rate is the first issued. It is worked like FIFO, but the mind should understand it's a LIFO we are doing. As there is no other rate, so this has to be used. 150, 2, so 300 out. So balance is 100, 2, it is 200. Next come, sorry, 100, no, 50 is coming 100. So next is yes receipt. What is the receipt? Receipt is 100, 2.2, amount is 220. In the balance it will be 250. Sorry, 100 and 150. 150 is 150. There are two rates involved. One is 2 and one is 2.2. Okay. Quantity is 150, but two rates are involved. So the value will be 320. It will be 320. Next, when we issue 100, here comes the picture. Right, this 100 will be taking which rate? This 2 rupees rate or the newly purchased 2.2? Answer is as it is LIFO, the latest one is the 2.2 that should be considered. So full of 2.2 is out, 220 out. What is the balance? 50. So what is the left alone rate? The first two, that is the left alone. So here it is 100. Next I move to another purchase. It is 10th, 150. Rate is 2.4. Next is 360. So there is no, it is a receipt, so it will impact the balance. 50 and 150, 200. It is merged, but rate are now in two. Again, two rates we have. Again, 2 and 2.4. So we have two rates. Now balance will be corresponding multiply if you do. One is 2 and one is this is 460. This altogether is coming 460. Now again issue. In this issue, what is the quantity again? 100. Now again, as you have 100 is issue on 12th, you should not take the previous rate 2. You should take this 2.4. So absolutely your first rate is lying unused. You're taking 2.4 again. It is coming 240. So balance is 100. Only one rate again is one rate. No, here we have two rates because 50 of 2 and this is was 150. Out of that 100 is issued. So again 2 and 2.4. Two rates are there. So the output is coming 220. 112. Next, again receipt is there 180. Rate is 2.50. It is coming 450. So it will impact my balance. It is coming 280. It is added. But here three rates are available. How many rates? Three rates. How, sir? 2, 2.4 and newly purchased rate 2.5. So I'm writing in individual 2, 2.4 and 2.5. So corresponding if I multiply, I will get the value 670. And the last is issue. That is 200. Now this issue I'll show. 200 I am going to issue. Which rate I will take first? I will take first 180. This one. So here 180 plus. No, don't give plus, comma. Out of 200, next 20 come. Next 20 where from I'll take? Previous rate 2.4. So 20 will be from 2.4. But still I am not touching this 2 rate, 2 rupees rate, which is the first rate. So it will lie. So if I multiply, it will be what are the rates? One will be 2.5, full of 2.5 and 2.4. These rates. And multiplying factor amount will be 498. So balance will be how much? Balance will be 80, but this 80 will have a break of 50 plus 30. Okay, 50 plus 30, 80. So what are the rates are still lying? My rates 2 is lying and 2.4 is still lying. So finally, the amount will be 172. Hello, sir. Coordinator, sir, is here. Hello. Am I audible? Coordinator, sir. Should I continue? It's almost 2 hour. I should. I think I take. I need permission. What should I do? Should I continue or better I should stop? If because I am left with two more methods. Simple, average. Okay, so that only a problem, right? Okay, okay, thank you. So now we will be looking after some number problem number 5, that is based on simple and weighted average. So question is saying this. It is also January, right? It is also January's month and 1 to 23rd. Here purchase issue purchase issue. It means it is given chronologically. Units are given and rates are given. Unit cost are given. So let's do this sum once with simple average where the rate the average of the rate will be done and weighted average of the rate quantity and value will be done. So that sum is here. Solution 5 we are doing now. It is based on simple average. So again the date will be all in January. So dates will be January 1, then followed by 4, followed by 6, followed by 10, followed by 15, followed by 20, and 20, uh, 1, 4, 6, 10, 15, 20, 23. So one row is extra here. Okay, that won't be a problem. So receive. Now in this question, we have no opening balance. So we have to start with a receipt, because without receipt you cannot issue. That's why the first part is coming purchase. Here we have 600 units to buy, and 4 is the uh, rate. So multiplying this to we get rather, it is 2400. So I can give a comma, 2400. So there will be no, directly it will be going to balance. Same 600 for 2400. Next we have in this case another purchase. So next purchase is on 4th, that is quantity of 300. Next is 4.2. Next, so the multiplying value will be 1260. So directly it will impact your balance. So it will be merged. So I'm showing the merged one, 900, and I should not write the rate. I can write the rate is, but you may not write the rate. So it will be added. So quantity added, and value added. So 2400 and 1200, 3660. 3660. Next, next is there is a issue. Now the issue is of 500. Now I don't want to show any kind of breakup, because I don't need to consider the quantities. I need to see this available rates. What are the rates are involved in my this value, in my this value. So that is 4 and 4.2. So practically 4 plus 4.2 by 2. 8.2 by 2 is 4.1. So it is coming 4.10. So corresponding value will be what? 2050. So this is your corresponding value. So out of 900, you have issued 500. So what is lying? 400 is lying. So the rate you are not writing, because what is the purpose of writing? There is no purpose. So you simply minus this 3660. There from you minus 2050. So the value lying is 1610. 1610. So next what we have? Next we have again a purchase, that is of 700, and the rate is 4.4. So multiplying these two we get 3080, and that will go added. That will go on added. So it will be 1100, and that values will be also clubbed. It will be 4690. 4690. So what happened? When we buy, quantities are added and values are also added. But when you issue, then you need to understand only one thing: which rate is out. So here, most importantly, you have issued 500. As you have issued 500, so this 500, which rate is out from the 600? But still 4 is there. But still 4 is there. 4 is there, 4.2 is there, and 4.4 is there. So that tracking you have to understand. So how much you are issuing here? Next you are issuing 800. Point is this: 800 means how many rates are there? 4, 4.2, and 4.4. 4, 4.2, 8.2 plus 4, 12.4 plus 12 point this. So average is coming again 4.2. So all the average of the rates is coming 4.2. So therefrom, three rates are averaged: 4, 4.2, 8.2 plus 4.4, 12.6 by 3. So 12.6 by 3 if you do, you get 4.2. So in this case, you have used these three rates, and average of it is coming 4.2. That is your considered rate. So in this way, you multiply 3360. That is your issue value. Now what is left? Now I have left 300. So what is the value now? This minus this. It is coming 1330. Okay. So next what we have? Next we have again another purchase, that is 300. Now in this 300, what is the rate? New rate is 5. So as it is 5, so multiplying factor is coming, multiplying figure is coming 1500. So 300 and 300 is clubbed together 600. These values and this value will be added again. It is coming 2830. 2830. Last is 100. Now question is, which rate is still lying? Previous day issued 800. It means 500 and 800 have issued. So 6839. It means 639. You add 639, 716, and issue so far 13. It means these two rates are out. It means it is average, but FIFO method is followed. It means which rate is out? If I follow as per FIFO, the first rates are out. So now I have left with these two, 4 and 5.4. Add up is coming 9.4. What? These two rates are add up and divide by 2. So 9.4 by 2 is coming 4.7. This 4.7 is the important factor. You need to understand what are the total values so far received, this much. What are the values so far issued? 1300. So this 1300 must have crossed this 600 first, this 300 next, and this 700 next. So few of 700 is used. Total of 700 is not used. That's why 4.4 is still existing rate. And this 5 is the new rate. So these two are average. We get 4.4. So we multiply here 470. That's done. 600 minus 100 is coming 500. So these two, if you minus this total and this total, you get the last value, that is 2360. So this is how we have to execute our simple weight average method while valuing inventory valuation. Hello, sir. It is almost 2 or 20 minutes. So I think I should stop. Coordinator, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
সাজেশনসটাও স্যার আপনি এতে দিয়েছেন, তো আমাদের খুব খুব উপকার হবে স্টুডেন্টসদের এবং পুরো মেটেরিয়ালটাই, এবং একটা নেক্সট পার্ট শর্টিং অফ মেটেরিয়াল, লিফো ফিফো সিম্পল ওয়েটেড, এবং পুরোটাই আপনি প্র্যাকটিক্যাল ভিউতে করেও ওদেরকে দেখালেন। তো আপনাকে অনেক অনেক থ্যাঙ্কস আমাদের সোসাইটির পক্ষ থেকে, আপনার একটা ভ্যালুয়েবল টাইম আমাদেরকে দেওয়ার জন্য এবং এরকম একটা সুন্দর প্রেজেন্টেশনস আমাদেরকে গিফট করার জন্য। আমাদের খুব খুব
Thank you.
খুব ভালো।
Thank you. I think it is, I'm talking with Ronak,
Yes,
right?
yes, sir.
Ronak Bhattacharya, right?
Yes, sir.
Ronak, thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I want to thank my sincere thank to my Lama sir,
Pema
dear
Lama sir, our
Pema Lama
respected
sir.
secretary sir.
Without him, it would never have been
Yes,
possible for me to deliver such a lecture for our dear students of second semester,
yes, sir.
aspirant students, those who are going to appear this semester examination. Best wishes for all of you. I hope if you have observed this session, I tried to uh, touch those areas which will be helpful for them to do sounds. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, our KBSA. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
থ্যাংক ইউ টু অল অ্যান্ড গুড নাইট টু অল। গুড নাইট স্যার। স্টুডেন্টসদেরকেও বলছি সবাই তোমরা এই সেশনটা দেখো, এই সেশনটা তোমাদের কাছে 100% হেল্পফুল হবে ফর সেমেস্টার 2, যেটা তোমাদের 31 অগস্ট থেকে শুরু হচ্ছে। এই সেশনটা পুরোটা দেখলে তোমাদের মেটেরিয়ালের আর কোনো প্রবলেম থাকা উচিত নয়। ফার্স্ট টু লাস্ট একদম ডিটেলড আমাদের এখানে এক্সপ্লেন করেছেন দীপঙ্কর